What's up? Good morning. For many of you, it's probably morning. For many others, it's a different time of day, and that's okay. We're getting back into Cyberpunk again today, and this is not my first rodeo, not my first time playing Cyberpunk, and it certainly won't be the last. I love this game. I love the setting. I love the lore. I love the world building. I hate how scarily predictive dystopian settings can be. Have you seen the news lately? I am a veteran, not just of this game, but of the U.S. Army. And, part of that means I swore an oath to the Constitution. And I am horrified. I am horrified by the news. We'll leave that alone for a little bit. I need to sit with that. I've been horrified. Let's get into this fictional world. The world of Night City. My best hombre in the whole world, Jackie, is dead in this shot up Delamain car right here. And I'm about to go see that piece of shit Dex. I've played this before, but this character here is supposed to be a lot more like me. They've got a street kid background. In my head, at least, they've got some military experience, or at least some intel experience. I was a military intelligence soldier. Specifically, I was an interrogator. But part of that meant that I was also a cultural liaison. So I knew how to talk to the locals in ways that made them not want to shoot us. And I knew how to get terrorists and detainees and POWs to talk without, inciting them or incentivizing them to be dishonest. More than that, I also understand I don't understand the metallic skin fad, but I understand the power of skepticism and the power of questions. And so I try to bring a little bit of my insights to this game. If you saw some of my earlier streams, I put out some interesting thoughts to support why I had my version of V ask certain questions and do things a certain way. This all started as an accident, by the way. I had my hair down, but my mustache was curled up, and I found a curly mustache when I was creating this character. And then I realized that one of the hairstyles I can totally... I don't know if I'm pulling it off, but I can do it. I got my little... It's tied up back here, and I trimmed it down a little bit more this morning just so I could match my character a little bit closer. Because this is me as V. That's what we're calling this. I think that's good. I don't know. Can I get some ice? Look at that. Look. It gives me the little pointer finger. Okay. Oh my goodness. It dropped some ice out of there. It's glowing. Can I do anything with the ice? I can't do anything with that ice. I spent money on that. Alright. Lesson learned. The old trash chute. I'm at the No-Tell Motel. That's what they call shady motels that let you pay by the hour. And they don't ask any questions. You know what I mean? Only that's actually the actual name of this motel. Oh, I'm a coffee drinker.
Let me in. He waiting.
What's up, Dex? So we're famous.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
And the Jackster, he out in the car.
Don't you fucking talk to me about
Don't care
Jackster.
how Jackie is.
Tone, you best watch it.
I'll tell you about Tone, motherfucker.
Let's see. Dead.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
I swear, I had an uncle who looked just like Dex. Uncle Ricky. I don't know where you're at out there. I haven't heard about you in years.
Hello?
Man, fuck
Such luck.
Dex.
That's one piece of good news.
Good news?
Saburo Arasaka. Dead.
Dead.
You got any notion of the shit you pulled me into?
Hell no.
You off the fucking Emperor. His Majesty.
I didn't do
And
shit.
you know so much as a pinky toe dipped in this mess is as good as dead.
Hey,
You're the one who
hey, hey.
got us into this mess.
Yeah.
Let's start with your prep work. You had no idea Saburo Arasaka would be at the hotel.
Yeah, let's talk about prep work. Because in any kind of, like, op like this, you know, you don't worry just about the target. You worry about the target's connections. And we were already looking at a high-ranking Arasaka family member. We knew Adam Smasher was going to be there, an actual legend, Mr. RoboCop villain himself. And that's just it's ridiculous that he couldn't have looked into Saburo more closely. Now, would he have been able to predict Saburo's sudden arrival? It doesn't look like anybody else knew. So I can't really blame him for that. But he should have done definitely some more due diligence on his end.
To his personal fucking schedule. And besides, nobody asked you to kill the old man.
I can kill him.
That wasn't us.
That's right.
No shit. Tell that to the soccer ninjas they send after you.
I love that Arasaka just has ninjas. Like that's kind of dope.
All right, settle down. Gotta be tactical about this.
My favorite part about Dex's character design is that you can kind of see his belly button through his shirt.
Blood all over.
That's real. That's real.
Bathroom's there. Go get yourself cleaned up.
And it's just one of those like scenes where like nothing you do matters. This has to happen. So I'm gonna go in here, look around. I don't know. Nothing to grab. No junk to loot. All right, hey, so you get to see me in Cyberpunk. Hey, check it out. Look, got my mustache. I'm all covered in viscera, you know. I got the hair going on. He's got a nice fade. I'm just, you know, it's just shaved down for me. But, yeah. Let's throw a little emotion in here. It don't matter. Look, there's also another reason to, like, do shit like this. Like, I'm kind of skeptical of Dex. You know, if I'm thinking like myself, I'm skeptical. And that blood is evidence. Maybe it'll get cleaned up. Maybe it'll get taken away. But look at all those shards of glass. There's a chance that a piece of me is left here. That's a trail someone can follow to get back to me. I don't know if that's relevant in this case scenario, but it's a thought that I have. All right. In real life, I think I'd be like more on my toes here. Would it have helped? I don't know. That hustle's way bigger than me. But this sight right here, this motherfucker waiting outside the door, I'm worried about that. I'm worried about that. If the door guy's watching my door, that's a problem.
Can't risk it, V. Remember our first convo? Seems I've chosen the quiet life after
I'll
all.
fucking kill you.
No blaze of glory for me.
You piece of shit, Dex. You crybaby piece of shit. Title splash. We're hitting the end of the prologue. That's right. Yep. Now it starts. The relic in my head starts doing its beeps and boops and its ones and zeros. I'm transforming into something else. Welcome to the interlude between the prologue and the main game.
Hey.
Ooh,
You alright?
the dulcet tones of Keanu Reeves.
Sure don't look it.
Wow.
I can't let you on.
Really?
Hey, we're chill.
I think I'm using the alternate outfit for Silverhand. Chipping in. Look at the lineup.
Tonight, I'm here to say goodbye to all of you.
Toodaloo, motherfuckers. I'd never be a rocker boy. I could never. Gmail hit me up.
Speaking. Uh-huh. Got pics?
Hold up, one sec.
Nice. Then we can talk. How much do you want for it?
Alright.
Okay.
You're wasting your lives following us around like dogs.
What crawled up your ass?
Right? Anyway, toodaloo. Stairs this way, huh?
Don't do this. You could still change your mind.
Dude, Carrie, you look like an 8th grade bully.
Want to see me give up? Sounds like something you'd do. Know why? Because you've always been a fucking pussy, Carrie. Offer you one piece of advice. For old time's sake, stop being one.
Yeah,
Time to bring on the future.
there's some quests with Carrie later on that are dope as fuck.
Love it when you're mad. Gets my southern blood pumping.
Get in, or I change my mind.
Silverhand. Hey, Shayton.
Get us in the air! Here, put this on, and it stays on. Got it?
Gotta specify, because he's a rule breaker. So we got Rogue. Everybody gets such cool little names, dude. Shayton. (2023), in case you didn't know what year it was. It's plastered everywhere. Which is wild, because, like, it's 2025 IRL.
Skullcracking out there. That us?
Johnny's idea. Waylon's drawing Arasaka's attention away from the tower.
The Arasaka logo.
Collateral damage part of the plan too.
This is the Cub Scouts, Johnson. Chew it up, spit it out.
Interesting.
Target rates of fire.
Make it rain.
So he isn't taking out anybody. And he's just immediately taken out.
Taking over.
But here we go. Wish me luck. Come on. Dude, go down. I can't get to that one. Come on. Turn, 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 turn. Blow up. There we go. Damn. Alright. This puke's going down. Die, motherfucker, die.
Everybody, jump! Murphy,
Other access point. Get moving.
Johnny.
Spooky.
Get the payload on the elevator. Arm it. Let gravity do its thing.
If you read everything that you come across,
Crumbles, chaos, screaming, roll credits.
if you read everything that you come across, it tells you what's up.
Checking in.
Alright, we didn't need to do that, but... This is a big fucking gun.
Is grass green? Birds fly? Cats eat bats? Do rats shit gnats?
Mainframe's not your playground, Murphy. Come on. Evac announcement. Broadcast it across all frequencies and let's get moving.
Sheesh. Who wrote this manifesto?
Really need me to answer that question?
Jesus, Johnny. You've gone off the deep end. That's coming from a chair jock.
Come on. Get ready. Not even sorry for you. Yes, fucking own it.
Engaging hostile.
Good, good. Keep that up. Murph?
She sought it with thimbles, she sought it with care, pursued it with forks and hope.
Johnny, payload.
Bushido 2. Bomb's name is
Wrap it up. We got Delta.
the Demolitron. We're good to blow.
The Demolitron.
Run for it!
Shoot the cables. Get the motor spinning. We're on our way.
Not done yet. Still need to feed this to their subnet.
Fucking knew it. This was never about Arasaka. This was about your groupie output, wasn't it?
Not like you could ever understand, Brooke.
You're on your own. Giving you 4 fucking minutes if you want to ride out of here.
Door lock breached. Arasaka sons of bitches incoming.
Love you, Spider.
All world loves me.
It's got to be my best run through here. That has got to be my best run through here so far.
Just wonder if we know anyone who could switch the subnet protocol.
I'm only playing on normal difficulty, mind you.
Need I help or not?
Do spiders spin webs? It's time we caught some flies.
Man, Spider Murphy just cannot speak normally. I'm okay with that.
We're on TV.
Holy cyber cow.
Tower. Its evacuation ongoing after an unidentified terrorist organization released a manifesto threatening violence. The terrorists stating their desire to, quote-unquote, topple a monument to corporate colonialism. Night City's mayor, Imbole Ebunike, has issued a statement declaring that he will bring the full force of the law to bear in response to any act of terrorism. Going now to our reporter on the scene at Arasaka Tower. Hopefully he can shed some light on the situation as events
All
unfold.
set. Now get out of there. They're moving up. Hit the roof quick.
Okay, alright. Is there like any kind of worthwhile view out that? Not really, no. A hostile area. I love this part. Action fucking movie.
Shit! That's Adam Smasher! Johnny,
He used to be a real boy. No idea how I got here. I love that, you know. Should have died there. Thanks, Rogue. You're a real one. Fuck. Fuck. Bye.
Smasher.
Told you, Johnny boy. Told you I'd end you someday.
The implied history.
Let us try once more. Your associates. Who are they? How did you acquire fissile material?
Gonna give good cop over there a chance to say something? Come on.
Which terrorist organization do you belong to? How did you acquire fissile material?
Oh, shit.
Boss don't look too pleased with your efforts. Let's see.
The voice actor for Saburo is like, wow. I mean, he's really good.
Hot damn. Done and gone.
My husband died in that tower. But there are fates worse than death.
I didn't want him to die.
なぜこのようなことを
Why did you do this?
To bring an end to the madness you wreak.
人は嘘をつき自分自身を欺くだが死者は違う死者は雄弁だが彼らは決して嘘をつかない 指者の言葉にはつつましさがある。始めろ。
Okay. Welcome to my mind palace. Or Johnny's, anyway. Here we go. Sad Keanu. Hey, buddy.
And you. Who are you?
I'm me. Who are you? Oh, we're in a trash heap, aka my first apartment. I was in a suit. How did my sleeves get rolled up? No, really. How did my sleeves get rolled up? Dex shot me and took me to this dump. How did my sleeves get rolled up? Come on, V. The objective says crawl to safety. So crawl you must. I mean, a junkyard could reasonably be safe. Especially if your body was dumped there. But then again, Arasaka Ninja right here, Takamura coming back with Dex, like, it don't matter.
Heavier than he looks. Now, listen, dog. I have done exactly what you asked. So let's you and me figure this out.
Toodaloo, motherfucker! Ain't got no undershirt now. That's just belly right there.
荒坂様、お父様の殺害犯を見つけました。この男で間違いありません。はい。1時間後には着くかと。
Fuck.
Quiet.
Damn, Takamura. Do I look like I'm in any condition to be slapped around? Fuck. I don't even know who I am right now.
くそ、ひどい匂いだ。
No kidding. I hear people shit themselves when they die, right? Fuck, did I shit myself? That's what V's wondering right now.
You hear me? I need your help.
Fuck. Oh, man. Okay. Oh no, bald ninja. All right, man, I got this. Come on. Why would you try to knock a car off the road on a bike? That's so dangerous. I mean, Sokka ninjas, but still. This is some speed racer shit. The amount of trauma, physical and otherwise, that I've just gone through in character, from Jackie dying, falling through that ceiling, Jackie dying, getting shot, pulled up out of that thing, experience the Johnny shit. Buck fucking wild. You're right, V. Where'd that sight come from on there? What the? Why is there? What? Why was there like sights on there? What?
You were at Becky Plaza. We must get to Ripadok quickly. Did you hear me? Well, back there. Do not waste time.
Yeah, we both dying. Let's get going.
Will fix us up. We have to get there somehow. Call someone. Anyone. Why not just cut me loose? I'm a dead weight to you. Make the call. All right.
Greetings. My scanner indicates you are outside the service area.
Just come pick me up. Need to get to Misty's esoteric. In front of Vic's.
Of course. A vehicle is en route. It should arrive in less than 20 minutes.
What are you doing? Hey! The personal link is damaged.
Please proceed to insert the jack below the ear, though not too deep. There should be auxiliary neurosockets between his lymph nodes, beneath the SCM muscle.
If I hit a vein by mistake, he will die.
Indeed, as he will if you do nothing.
I think I have the socket.
Now proceed to connect.
I cannot.
Delamain.
I need to rest.
Yeah.
That your blood? Misty!
Pressure's tanking.
It's neurogenic shock. He's dying.
Gotta cut my way through the occipital bone. No other way.
There is risk of...
I know what I'm doing.
President Myers. We'll see her in the DLC. I got this Dragon Ball mug. My daughter got this for me. What a sweetheart. She knows I like Dragon Ball. She's 5. She picked that out. Sweet kid. How sweet it is.
You in there?
Takamura.
My head.
How you feeling?
Fuck. I don't know, Vic. Here's a ring. And I'm seeing shit.
Yep, yeah I am.
Hallucinations. Describe them to me.
Kooky and spooky.
It's loud. I'm on stage and I almost can't breathe. I'm so damn full of hatred.
Yeah.
And I let it all out into a mic. And I realized it didn't help. I don't feel any better. And then, promise not to laugh. I plant a bomb in Arasaka Tower.
Nothing there to laugh about.
They killed me, Vic. Never been so afraid. It was too real. Even for a lucid dream.
You weren't dreaming, V. Those were memories. There's a personality construct on that shard. Dreams you had were from his past.
That's right.
Hang on. You mean to say there's an actual terrorist in my head? Right now?
That's right, Johnny Silverhand. Had his crowning moment about 50 years ago. AHQ bombing. Heard of it? His doing. People say he was buried under the rubble. Anyway, that's not what's important right now. Talk to me.
Think you could top the terrorist in my brain?
Biochip. It's basically a bomb. Fuse lit already. You don't have much time left. Much life. A few weeks tops. Silverhand's construct is overriding your consciousness, gradually taking over your body until one day you'll just be gone. V, it's important you get all this. V?
You'll fix me up, right? Vic?
If I could, I would, V. Believe me. But this is... it's way beyond what I know how to do.
You're the best of the best, Vic. Why can't you help me?
You want the long story or the short?
Don't admit a thing. Not one deep.
Okay. There is a construct. A psyche on the chip. That of Johnny Silverhand. You jacked it in your chip slot. Nothing happened, right? Until you died.
Bullet in the head from Dexter Deshawn. But how do you come back from something like that?
Low caliber. You lucked out. Not least thanks to another poor decision by Mr. Deshawn. The nanites off the chip started fixing the damage. Then they took your hand and coaxed you off the path toward the light.
People don't just die and get up like nothing happened.
Used to be true. Now it's only if they don't have a classified piece of corpo tech primed to resurrect them.
What about me? My psyche? I'll make it back from the other side and what? I'm supposed to pretend change is normal?
Ask the Arasaka engineers who built the thing. All I know is your mind's gonna go. It won't be pretty. From the biochip's perspective, your brain cells are a tumor that needs to be scooped out, while your body's an empty shell to hold a construct.
So this fucking terrorist wants to wipe me and take my place, take my body.
It's not willful on his part, it's automatic, inevitable, and neither of you can stop it.
Fuck. I remember this thing. Saw it on TV. What was that stupid slogan? Soul something?
Secure your soul.
That's it. It's just supposed to let you communicate with constructs.
Maybe, but this is a prototype by the look of things. Somehow made it out of Arasaka Labs.
Somehow. Whose fault is that? Mine.
Can't we just take the chip out? Or switch it off?
Either way is out of the question. You die immediately.
Vic, you've always come through for me. If there's nothing you can do to help me, then... well, what the hell do I do? Tell me, please. Vic.
I wish I knew, kid. Misty?
You're asking too much from an old-timer like Vic. Come on, V. Let's get you home.
I'm so sorry, Misty. I am so fucking sorry. When you lose someone on your team like that, and you gotta face their loved ones, that shit's hard.
And then he died.
That shit is really hard.
And I thought I was gonna die. With him in my sleep.
Sleep's a
And then there's
small
survivor's guilt.
the inevitable.
That shit's a 2-ton truck every
Can't
day.
actually tell if I'm awake now.
Sometimes you can dodge it.
I could be dead
Sometimes it's
already,
coming
right?
too fast or it comes out of the side, you know?
That's something to focus on, V. Let it go. Here. Got some meds for you. Omega blockers. Take them regularly. They'll keep things from...
Look at this blue pill, red pill shit. They didn't even fucking hide it.
They should
I mean, I
keep
guess
you
the red
calm,
pills are like,
quiet.
like more
Pseudoendotritis.
orangish, right?
Effect will be opposite.
Yeah, maybe it's a lighting
Speed
thing.
things up. Free the demon, so to speak.
Pseudoendotrizine.
Giving me a pill to prod that son of a bitch so he can kill me faster?
Listen, you're likely to be fine for a while. But sometime down the road, it could turn into pure agony. I'm giving you options, honey.
The brain can be tricked. Plain old painkillers do that.
Your psyche's gonna die, V. You'll feel your old self slipping away. At some point, you won't recognize yourself. It'll be terrifying. It'll be painful. But it doesn't have to be.
Fuck, I need pills.
Nobody has ever done what has happened to V right now. And these alleyway people are making some bold fucking claims. I mean, they're right. In the scope of the story, they're right.
Gotta lie down.
But, like, what are they basing this off of? I mean, they're saying some, like, profound shit that is going to sit in his head and he's going to deal with for the rest of this story. And I think about this because, you know, I've got a chronic nerve damage related illness that stems from a military injury. And I think about this a lot because I remember when I was diagnosed with, you know, exactly what's going on with my nerves. Before they actually told me what it was, the doctor who diagnosed me said, listen, you need to find a support group. You're going to need therapy. and you're going to need a support group. Right now, that's going to be tough because you're still in the Army. So try to find an online support group. And I'll tell you, I found plenty of online support groups for my condition, but the bleakness in those groups cannot be understated. Immediately, post after post after post of people begging to die, begging for physician-assisted suicide, begging for it all to end right away. And I'm looking at the comments under these posts and these support groups, expecting people to be like, hey, you can do this, blah, 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 blah. Because that's the mindset I came from. I was in the Army already, but I had already had more than 10, 13 years as a martial arts instructor and, competitor. I'm Mr. Positive Thinking at this point in my life. And so I'm expecting the comments to be that way. That's projection on my fault, and I was wrong. Because those comments were like, yeah, maybe someday legislation will get you there. Hey, here's where you can move, where that's a possibility. Yes, we believe that you should have the right to end that, And I'm thinking, like, holy shit. My doctor was right. This is a bleak fucking diagnosis. And the next morning, our unit had to go to this mandatory meeting. I don't think I've ever told the story before on YouTube, but we had to go to this mandatory meeting, and this guy came from the hospital on base. He came down to speak with us, and the first thing he says is, hey, I just work in the office up there at the hospital. I'm not qualified to speak on this at all, but I'm going to tell you what I believe about this. Why the fuck, if you aren't qualified, are you making these kinds of statements, first of all? In the moment, I thought that. But what can I say? I'm a private. I'm sitting there on crutches, I'm just waiting for this to end so we can get on to whatever we got to do for the rest of the day. But then he goes on to talk about suicide rates among service members. And I'm glad that this video is already going to be listed like 18 plus. But he talked about suicide rates for service members in the military, out of the military. And he talks about how things seem really bad, but it's not as bad as you think they are. On the surface, that's not a bad message. But he starts talking about the reasons for suicide. And he starts saying, hey, Army life isn't a reason for a suicide. Army, work schedules aren't a reason for suicide. You're getting a little in the weeds there, buddy. Then he goes, I wish you could see someone with a permanent chronic pain injury. Someone who will never recover because their injury is in their nerves. Because part of their body has been damaged irreversibly. Because they will never get better and they have no actual hope. I wish you could see a soldier or a veteran like that so you could know what a real reason to consider suicide is like. And I'm sitting there fresh with this diagnosis, having spent the night looking at these support groups, literally still in pain while he's talking to me, to our, unit. I think we had, it wasn't just our platoon. I think there was another platoon there as well. And, the absolute devastating mental trauma that placed on me as he sat there, hey, I'm not qualified to say this, but I'm going to say it because it's right. You have a reason to telling me that I've got a great reason to kill myself. I still have nightmares about that shit. And so what's happening in this game right now is Victor and Misty are putting that same shit on V. And maybe they're they're right, okay? Like, I believe in people being able to take that opportunity for physician-assisted suicide. I never thought Dr. Kevorkian was a bad guy. Did he break a law? I can't answer that question. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a judge. But morally, I think there's something to it. I don't have all the answers. I don't consider myself a philosopher or I'm certainly not medical professional, right, in any way. But to put on someone this prognosis is going to be bad and it's going to be like this and this is what you're going to feel. There is an aspect to it that's like, hey, I'm saving you from this by preparing you mentally, by letting you know ahead of time what it's going to be like. But it also becomes sort of a self-fulfilling prophecy for a while. I'm in a much better place now. I've had like 8-9 years of therapy since my injury. And lots of different medication. Thank fuck my grandmother, my Nana, bless her, she was absolutely a genius for convincing me to try marijuana and to try edibles in particular. Or, like, they're really effective on bad days. I like become like a normal person when otherwise I would be just completely done for the day. And so to put that on someone is like to me that's a great evil. There's a way you can talk about this and you can say, look, like, V, this has never happened before, but we have some really good guesses that are really, really bleak. Now, V's got a kick-ass attitude. He's about to go on a wild fucking adventure and just make himself a legend in Night City. But it's not because of what Misty and what Vic was saying to him right now. What they put on him was absolutely demolishing. Is it the message? Is it how they say it? I don't know. I know where they're coming from. They think they're helping. They think they got, words of wisdom that are going to make everything, turn out for the best. They think they're preparing him. Look, he's in a shitty situation. Sometimes there isn't making a shitty situation better. But to make those statements without the confidence of competence, without knowing what really is in store, that's really misguided. And that's really fucked up. Because they don't know. And they're ultimately wrong in some aspects. Depending on the ending you get in this game, depending on how you interact with Johnny, like, he can be very antagonistic, or you guys can kind of synergize. And, ultimately, they were wrong about my prognosis as well. Support group was not a good idea. It is far too depressing, and they support that depression. And that's fine. But that wasn't going to help keep me going. That wasn't going to help keep me alive longer or happier, I got a kid now, and, like, I can't imagine had I stayed in those support groups eventually having a kid. I can't imagine had I stayed in those support groups being the kind of father that I am. I had to change my environment. Nobody was giving me that advice. Not back then. Definitely not an official from the hospital on base who told my entire platoon that someone with my kind of permanent disability was worth killing themselves. Misty in particular here, less of a professional than Vic, telling him shit might get agonizing, you might want to kill yourself, you might want to speed things along, here you go. She's coming from a place of compassion, but she's also coming from a position of incompetence. And that's dangerous. Incompetent compassion can potentially be dangerous. That is, where, hey, I mean well, but I fucked up. What's the saying? Like, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. She damns him, They skip over a lot, too. We don't know how much time that V spends recovering from all of this. We do know it's a little while. There's a couple hints. It's a few days to a few weeks that it takes him to get out of it. But for me, that funk lasted several years. It was a long time to get out of it. And if I were to sit here today and say, yeah, I'm all better mentally, every day I still have to deal with the same pain. Some nights when I can remember my dreams, I still have nightmares about that guy telling me I've got the only valid reason in the universe to off myself. That's fucked up. I'm never going to get out from underneath that, probably. V's definitely going to struggle with this shit throughout the rest of the game. But enough about me and my rambling and my story. I took like 10 minutes gibbering about that. Let's get back into this. She's going to hook him up.
Pulled this out of your skull.
This is kind of a nice memento. I like this. Misty's, for all my complaints here about Misty and Vic, I do love them, you know?
Didn't you hear? My condition's terminal. What good can this do?
Mm-hmm.
Don't be silly.
My condition at least
As
isn't
long as
terminal.
you're alive, there's hope. And don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
You really think I-
Even her, who just told me there's no hope. Now she's telling me there's hope.
I mean, you did already die and come back once, didn't you?
But I do like Misty. I do like her character. I like the like witchy occult vibe she's got.
Misty, wait.
I'm so sorry about Jackie.
Yeah?
Vic's a real fucking mensch. She's just too old school to, understand what's up.
I'm so fucking sorry Jack's not here anymore.
Jackie was special. Really spiritually rich. He touched so many people with his love.
Damn, that's beautiful.
Don't worry. He'll be around.
We keep the people we love in our hearts and our memories, and they become alive again when we talk
Life
about
is
them.
so beautifully powerful. So much more powerful than death. But right now, you need rest. So sleep. Please sleep.
And then now you gotta imagine, for the context of this game, Johnny Silverhand is a consciousness. Digital, sure, but a consciousness. And experientially, he has to figure out what's going on. It's gotta be fucking weird from his point of view. It's gotta be cuckoo banana bonkers, right? We'll see how he handles things.
Gotta get out of here, understand?
Ooh, okay. Looks like my buddy Chris has hopped in.
You included.
Let me adjust my game volume here. And see what Chris has to say. It is me, I have arrived. You shall be afeared
Hello?
of my mighty presence. See, I just got really big gifts for you. See, mighty presence, get it? No? Okay, just me? Oh, shit. I was on mute for Discord, dog.
How dare you?
Yep, I was making really bad puns, though, so we're good. We're good.
Entirely fair.
I just finished up the prologue, and I'm doing the last steps of the interlude in Cyberpunk.
Need a smoke.
Oh, yeah?
Where'd you stash?
Yeah, I'm playing like as me, and I'm trying to make decisions based on how I would actually do it, like myself. And so V is becoming very, very, very skeptical. He's very suspicious of everything so far. I'm doing that bit though where I climb out of the bed and you have visions of Johnny.
Yeah, and then he tries to kill you to death.
Yeah, but he doesn't realize we are the same.
Yeah.
Where'd you even come from? How are we even talking?
You said you're streaming?
I am streaming.
Okay.
I got it set to...
Am I hearable?
You are hearable. I am set to 18 plus though, and I just talked like for 15 minutes about suicide, so feel
cool.
free
I
to
think I
speak
guess
freely.
I guess I could talk about all those orphanages I burned down then.
Oh, Jesus Christ, guy. Like, you know, like, if it weren't for the fact that orphanages don't exist anymore, like in the U.S. at least.
Yeah. I never said they were U.S. orphanages now.
Yeah. All right, FBI, if you're listening. How wild would it be if the only views I get were from the FBI, though?
I mean, hey, if I can boost your subscriber number through committing heinous crimes internationally, what kind of friend wouldn't?
I mean, any with a sense of self-preservation, probably. I'm just guessing.
Oh man, I don't know how much I should talk about it on here, but I'm working on Crooked Fault again.
I was working on that a little bit this morning. I tried checking out a custom system thing. It seemed more difficult than coding stuff, so I think I'll probably skip that. But it was an alternative way to maybe make things playable in Foundry sooner.
Yeah, I don't know anything about any of that, so I'll just assume you know what you're talking about.
Well, there's a game system for Foundry called Custom System Builder, and it's full of templates that you can adjust and create, and modifications you can make to the system, like, built in. Oh, yeah. Johnny's getting me.
Oh?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right, that Johnny. Never mind. Okay.
Yeah, not our friend Johnny.
It's like, damn, what's he doing?
Our mutual acquaintance, Johnny.
I'm only going to be on here for like another hour and 45 minutes or so, probably, in that range. So I got
Right
to
on.
pick Tay up.
Make sure you stretch first.
But
Use your legs, not your back.
don't tell me how to live my life.
No, I'm trying to tell you how to lift your significant other. It would have been like live my life versus like lift my wife. That sounds like a reasonable like mishearing. Thanks for the coffee today, by the way.
That is misleading. I bought you a coffee pot, not a.
I would not be drinking coffee without you, Holmes.
That's fair. That's fair.
Oh, I'm supposed to be crawling. My ass just sitting here.
I don't know what it's called because I haven't read the bag, but somebody at work gave me like this really good coffee, and the bag is in my freezer right now. Like I could go look, but I'm lazy.
Oh, so they got just like a hookup? Yeah.
It's like a special kind of coffee. It's really good though.
Nice. I tend to like.
I'll say special. It's like a expensive brand of coffee.
I tend to like lighter roasts.
See, I lean more toward like dark roasts. I also like a really bitter cup. Like my coffee, I like my emotionally unavailable husbands, rich and bitter. Anyways,
Rich and Bitter sounds like a good band name for a guy named Rich, and then just like a really grumpy Gus. I'm just saying. %, knockdown chance with defensive attacks. 100% stun chance with counterattacks. Clapback. I kind of want to take this perk Fury Road because I keep crashing my car.
mean, yeah, reasonable.
In fact, I have. I took it. Okay. Oh, man. All right, I better go run and turn off that music. Whenever I play the jazz channel on here... Oh, it's not letting me turn it off. Fuck. Well, yeah, whenever it plays the jazz channel, it tries to copyright claim me. Oh, it switched to rock for no reason. Alright. I mean, I'll take it. Like, who am I to complain? Could maybe sell some of that stuff. Shoot. Just V swinging D. Let's put some pants on him. How about Yorinobu's slacks? It's his
I'm gonna
fucking...
have to order some art for this at some point. And it's gonna make me cry because of the expensiveness.
Yeah? You think so?
Yeah, art's expensive.
Yeah, but you think you'll cry?
I don't. Probably.
My arm
I
will
am
go.
a big baby. That is factually accurate.
See, I kind of like what I was wearing the other day, though, so I'm going to switch over to that, because that's more my style.
Especially because I'll have to probably pay extra for it to be commercially useful.
That's true. That's true. That's typically the case. I guess not always, but I mean, you're right.
I would feel uncomfortable if someone were like, "Yeah, just go ahead and use it. I don't care." And I feel like, but like, you did the work. Like, you should be paid appropriately for. like yeah. I don't want to have to pay you, but I do want to have to pay you.
There's a side quest near the beginning where they're like, check your email, and it's like, hey, you might get evicted if you don't pay rent, and then like nothing ever comes from that. There's no follow up at all on that.
Yeah, there's no rent paying option. Like, you can have tons of money and no one ever asks you to pay rent.
No, and then like when you get other apartments, you pay a year in full.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. I've heard some chatter that there may actually be another DLC.
Yeah, but it's I read into it and it's fake news. There is another game completely separate from this that is getting DLC that is related to Cyberpunk Edge Runners. It's not DLC for this game. It's just a bullshit headline.
Well, nothing's been announced at all, but some of the stuff looks pretty promising. Like, they've made a couple of the developers have made direct comments talking about new updates and a possible like surprise. It from what I was reading, it's more promising than like.
I read an article just before I started playing today that was like, it was literally like new DLC for Cyberpunk 2077, and then the opening paragraph was like, Cyberpunk 2077 is getting new DLC. Do y'all remember Edge Runners? Well, guess what? This completely unrelated game is getting a DLC that's related to Edge Runners, which is set near 2077, a little bit before, and it's not actually 2077.
Yeah, that's a different thing. I was coming from one of the YouTubers I watched that
Why can't I
specifically deals
sprint?
with
Am I
a
like
lot of
overweight?
Cyberpunk
I
news.
am overweight. Son of a bitch.
A really
Well,
CD Projekt Red news. Let me actually look and find the channel again so I can.
yeah, if you can
give you
find it,
proper
that I
information.
would be interested in. Like, I'm more interested in like a sequel at this point than more DLC, to be honest. But
Well, we know Orion's coming eventually,
allegedly,
which is the sequel. And it's being worked on, so.
Allegedly. I haven't heard
I mean-
any news on it in a while, so I'm scared. But
I think
Ooh.
we'll see The Witcher 4 before we see Orion, though.
yeah, I think that's confirmed.
Yeah. Let me find.
I'm heading off to sell all my loot that I've been collecting, and I'm like overweight, so I'm like walking really slow. But considering I'm still recovering from the time of my life so far, that makes sense. The amount of trash here is insane.
The same guy. It is a video I watched all the way through. The name feels weird.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey. Haven't seen you in a good 1, 2,
Alright.
few weeks.
There we go. Yeah, it's been like a few
Go away.
weeks of recovery.
Do what?
Not easy to quit Night City. Oh, yeah, I was just talking, like, before you got on, about how there's, like, hints to how long V spends recovering after he crawls out of the trash with Takemura. And, one of them is you go to talk to Wilson, he's like, I haven't seen you in 1, 2, a few weeks.
Sure, let me see what you got.
Alright, so I'm sending you the video, watch it, whenever you feel like it. But he goes through and, like, points out, like, specific references, and, like, interviews and stuff. Nothing is confirmed in any way, but it looks really promising from what he broke down.
I'll check that out
And he's
momentarily.
had he's made really good predictions in the past, concerning specifically Cyberpunk movies.
Guillotine, Lexington. Let's grab a grenade crafting thing. I want some mods. What mods do I want?
Hey, so the Google
See
Docs
through.
thing, I don't do a lot with this stuff. Is there a way for me to like make this a folder with separate documents that we can both interact with?
Yeah.
Like,
Create a
how do
folder, drag the file into the folder, and then set sharing permissions for the folder. And just invite me to the folder. And then every folder you make under it should also be shared. Funny you mentioned that. I was going to do that this morning, and I was like, nah, I'll wait and talk to Chris about it. You brought it up first.
Oh, yeah. I'm not, hold on. I don't want to add tabs. Go away. Nobody likes you, Kevin.
I'll take that. That could be useful.
Yeah. I know, so this is okay.
Alright. I can move freely now. We'll save the game. I'll end the stream here. And we'll talk Crooked Falls a little bit
Oh man, it's
in the
I wasn't trying to get
privacy
you
of our
kicked
chat.
off. I wasn't trying to get you like.
Yeah, dude, I've got a million consistent, like, regular